Hey y'all. I put the fan in today. Yes. Um, so much rain is forecasted this weekend, but I'm going away next weekend on a business trip, so I didn't have time to do it next weekend. So I did it. The video is coming. Super excited about it. I don't know if it leaks yet because I can't do the water test for 24 hours. So I do have it covered with a tarp right now. So hopefully it won't be like a monsoon like it was yesterday afternoon and blow everything and mess everything up. But if it does, I'll fix it. But I'm pretty sure I did everything correctly. So we will see. And here's the video. So here we go. Luckily to Papa John's, their large pizza box, or maybe it was a medium pizza box, their top is exactly 14 inches, which is exactly the size of the hole that I had to cut. So I measured it and drew it around with a marker, and now I'm reinforcing the lines with tape so that I don't scratch the metal on the van. I'm drilling pilot holes, and I did use small and then upgraded to a big enough size on my drill bit that the jigsaw would fit into. So that took a little time. Clean the area. Went slow and steady with the jigsaw. I did have my glasses on, although I had to remove my safety glasses because it's Florida and it is hot, and I was steaming them up and I could not see. So after you cut two sides of the hole for the air vent, you tape it to reduce the vibration. Otherwise, the vibration on the cut piece when you're doing the other two sides, it's too much. So there I'm finishing the second two sides. Now, I've done many projects before this, even though this was supposed to be first, because I had to build up my confidence. So I did not get a Max Air Fan Deluxe like everybody else. I got a regular RV fan. It was a little less expensive, but it's blue, and I liked it because it was original. It does come with a remote, and I am just fine-tuning because, of course, I didn't get it exactly right the first time. But fine-tuning, and it fits, so perfect. So then you take a metal file and file the edges because they are very, very sharp, and you want to get rid of all the metal fragments that are around and dull it down a little bit so it's not so sharp. You don't want it to cut into the plastic or anything. Now, I did tape the box the fan came into to the roof inside the van, and that's what you're seeing me throw stuff into. It catches metal shavings, it catches the tape, it stopped the paint from going inside because now I'm using a Rust-Oleum primer and paint to cover any bare metal so that you don't have to worry about rust. So the fan's fitted in now. It didn't have a separate flange and fan, it was all one. So now I'm drilling out the holes. And what I did forget to show you is I made a frame, wooden frame, on the inside of the van out of 1x2s, and I had to cut two sides at 14 inches and two sides at 17 inches to make a box. And I used my Kreg jig to make it square and, do the pocket screws. And as I'm screwing the screws into the RV vent fan here, I'm screwing it into the wood because I did use liquid nails to adhere it to the top of the roof so that the screws weren't just going in through the metal and through the plastic, but they were also going into the wood on the inside, sandwiching it a little better. And I did put butyl tape all around the edge of the fan before I did lay it in. I did use 2 layers of that all the way around, so it sealed it up quite nicely. Now I'm cleaning the area and getting it free of all the metal shavings and trying to get them off my van as quick as possible. Cleaning it up very well with Windex and making sure it's super clean because now I'm using the lap sealant, and you zigzag it back and forth that it covers the screws, the hole that the screw screwed into, and the entire edge. And I went about a 1/2 inch over the fan and over the lip. And I just zigzagged it back and forth to make sure it was very well covered all the way around. Look, girl, I'm old. I needed a knee pad. If you have knee pads, I recommend them. I had to keep using one of those foam squares that you put on your exercise floor because my knees could not handle just kneeling on that. So I did end up using a 2.5. I did overkill it, probably a little bit, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to leak. That was my biggest fear. So didn't want that to happen. And I am rushing. I didn't rush too bad. I can't say that, but it's supposed to rain at a 65% chance of rain that day in Florida. But it's done.